the whispers never truly left them. Weeks had passed since that fateful night, but Emma, Liam, Clara, and Jake were haunted by lingering shadows. Each tried to bury their memories, yet the forest seemed unwilling to release its grip. Unanswered calls, flickering lights, and cold touches in the night hinted at something sinister. When Clara receives a chilling video of the cabin from an unknown number, it sets off a chain of events that pulls the group back together. This time, it's not a choice, it's a summons. The cold wind howled outside as Clara paced her dimly lit apartment. The video on her phone replayed in her mind, the glowing symbols, the whispers, and that shadowy figure. She hadn't slept since. Reluctantly, she called Emma.
Clara, what's up? Are you okay?
Emma, I need to talk to you. Something's happening. It's the forest, the cabin.
Clara, I told you, we're not talking about that night anymore.
I got a video of the cabin. The symbols were glowing again, and there was something there. I know you've been hearing them too.
Meet me tomorrow. We'll talk.
The following evening, the group gathered at Emma's house. Jake's arm was still bandaged, and Liam looked like he hadn't slept in days.
Why are we even here? We promised to leave this behind.
Because it hasn't left us. Look at us. Jake, have the scratches stopped? Emma, have the whispers gone away? Liam, are you really going to pretend nothing's wrong?
She's right. I can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see that cabin, and it's getting worse. The whispers, they're louder now.
I've been hearing them too, and last night I swear I saw someone outside my window.
Fine, we all agree it's weird, but what are we supposed to do? Go back there? That's insane.
Before anyone could respond, Clara's phone buzzed. It was another video. She opened it with trembling hands. This time, the camera focused on the cabin door, which slowly creaked open. The screen went black, and a single word appeared: return.
We don't have a choice. It's calling us back.
The drive to Hollow Ridge was tense. None of them spoke as they approached the edge of the forest. The familiar trees loomed ahead, shrouded in mist. As they stepped into the forest, it felt different, darker, colder, and more oppressive. The whispers returned almost immediately, louder than before. Fog seemed to guide them deeper.
I hate this. Why did we come back?
Because we have to end it, whatever it is.
They reached the clearing, and there it was, the cabin just as they had left it. The door was wide open, as if waiting for them.
This is a bad idea. We should turn back.
We can't. We need answers.
They stepped inside, and the air was heavier than before. The symbols on the walls glowed faintly, and the whispers seemed to emanate from them. Suddenly, the door slammed shut again.
Please, no, not again.
You have returned, but you cannot leave.
The cabin began to tremble, and the shadows on the walls moved toward them. One symbol glowed brighter than the rest, pulsing like a heartbeat.
It's the same as before. We need to do something with that symbol.
As Emma approached the glowing mark, a shadowy figure emerged from the wall, blocking her path. Its hollow eyes seemed to pierce through her.
You trespassed. Now you must pay the price.
The group huddled together as the cabin's walls seemed to close in. Emma stared at the glowing symbol, her hands trembling. A shadowy figure loomed over Emma, its hollow eyes locked onto her. The whispers filled the air, growing so loud they were almost deafening. Jake stumbled back, his flashlight flickering wildly. Emma's hands trembled as she reached for the glowing symbol on the wall. The air around it pulsed with heat, as if the cabin itself was alive.
Emma, don't just stand there. Do something, please.
I'm trying. Just keep it away from me.
Liam grabbed a wooden beam from the floor and swung it at the shadow. The figure dissolved into the wall, only to reappear behind them.
It's toying with us. We're not getting out of here alive, are we?
You were warned. Now you belong to us.
The cabin began to shift. Walls stretched unnaturally, symbols flared brighter, and the floorboards groaned under their feet. Emma's finger traced the glowing mark, completing its strange design. As she finished, the symbol flared. The cabin stilled for a moment. The whispers fell silent.
Did it work? Is it over?
What's happening?
The floor beneath them collapsed, and they fell into darkness. The group landed in what felt like a cavern. The air was cold and damp, and the faint glow of the symbols on the cabin walls was replaced by eerie, luminescent markings on the cavern floor.
Where are we?
This isn't the cabin. It's something else.
Something worse.
The whispers returned, but this time they sounded closer, like someone breathing just over their shoulders. A faint blue glow illuminated a path ahead, lined with more symbols and bones scattered across the ground.
We need to follow that light. It's the only way out.
They moved cautiously, every step echoing in the vast, unseen space around them. The shadows seemed to watch, shifting unnaturally as they walked. The path led to a massive archway carved into the stone, glowing with the same strange symbols. Beyond it, a swirling vortex of light and darkness churned violently.
That's not a way out. That's something else.
Do we have a choice? It's either this or stay here forever.
The shadowy figure reappeared, this time larger and more defined. Its skeletal hands reached for them, pulling them closer to the vortex. The group linked hands, stepping into the vortex just as the shadow lunged for them.
We made it? We're out.
How do we know this is real? Are we?
Emma checked her phone. The time showed 11:59 p.m., the exact time they had entered the forest. She stared at the screen, her heart sinking as the realization hit.
It's like no time passed.
The group walked away, their backs to the forest, but the shadows seemed to stretch out behind them, lingering just a little too long. In the weeks that followed, each of them experienced strange occurrences. Emma found dirt and leaves in her bed every morning. Liam's reflection in the mirror sometimes blinked when he didn't. Clara's phone continued to receive videos of the cabin, each more disturbing than the last. And Jake? He disappeared one night. All that was found was his flashlight, lying at the edge of Hollow Ridge. The forest had let them go, but it hadn't let them escape.